Welcome back to our Sacramento City Miners Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise here on Madden 23. It is about to be the bye week, but we should probably make some sort of trade, and I think that trade would be for a tackle, which means that Von Sneed is likely about to be gone. I wanted one of the bigger names, not that big of a name, but a guy like Colton Miller was close, but no cigar. Ryan Ramczyk, same situation. Did not try for this guy. He looks all right, but he's not great. He has okay finesse blocking, but his power blocking is super iffy. I think the player I've been kind of focused on in this kind of like trade talk situation was Broderick Jones. And I'm going to see if we can try to get him for Von Sneed, maybe something added on if we have to. Franchise tackles cost. We traded a superstar left end with like untapped potential, Antwine, and a first round next year for Broderick Jones, who I assume will be our right tackle, but we could, move O'Neal over. We'll see what happens there, but Broderick Jones adds to the team, and he is a little bit more rounded than the other guy. Another really good finesse blocker, but a lot better as a pass blocker. Should have started element trait. Wish he was superstar, but he's not. A very solid looking player, and the new answer at right tackle, I think. And then we trade off Austin Jackson and a 5th round next year for Sam Williams and the Browns just to have that extra depth. We are a team that loses D linemen like no other. So now we have Thorne, McDonald, Williams, Benito, and Ellis. And you might be thinking, oh, that's a little bit too crazy to be, going a little too hard for these, this D line. But you lose a guy like Nick Benito or Thorne, and, you're already down to those, 3 rushers, technically 4 rushers, but then you lose the other one like we've had multiple times, and you're really in some trouble, So do you really want Ellis and McDonald as your starters? Sam Williams with that 84 power move and the speed, he could even give Nick Benito a chance, give him a run for his money, but as of right now, he is obviously just a backup, but lots of potential there, and in general, they needed the tackle. I suppose we needed another edge. I don't hate it. But here we are going to the bye week, which obviously we are not participating in any games here, but we do have strategy. This is the strongest the team has been, as we are now about to be fully healthy with House and Dunn returning and a brand new, very good right tackle replacing Austin Jackson, the liability. All right, week 10. Let's see it. Week 10, any breakouts? Anything? Yes, a linebacker. Would that not have been Mr. I actually don't know. Morris of the player of the week, 3 sacks, 1 force, fumble recovery. Kenny Pickett with back-to-back players of the week. Obviously, we didn't get a player of the week last week because we didn't play, but no upgrade for Morris, but in general, a breakout, which is definitely a win. Look at the Colts. Definitely looking like they don't have much of a chance to win. But this is what the team looks like. New and improved and healthy. 86 overall right tackle. Fisher as an upgrade. Might even have more soon enough. And then Dunn finally back in the lineup. Could get to an 85 overall soon enough. Get that second ability slot. And then obviously looking at Mr. House finally back in defensively. Some upgrades here too, which is really nice. And, set in stone front 4. We know who is the starter now. I was thinking Sneed had a chance to be that guy, but, couldn't really tell who was better, Benito, Thorne, or Sneed. And it was like, okay, well, let's trade off the guy with the most value then and get ourselves a really big position of need, which was that right tackle. As far as the Colts injuries go, they are missing their cornerback, Edward Shelton, who is a 5'9" star dev corner. Kenny Moore, anyone? That's very interesting that they have a guy just like him, but he is injured, so don't have to play against him. Let's take a look at that roster before we decide how the weekly strategy is going to go, because we need to know who the hell we're strategizing against. Hollenbeck, pretty sure he's actually pretty efficient. Boatwright, pretty fast. I remember he had a pretty big run against us, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken in the past. Deontay Johnson's obviously a problem. Marvin Mims is super fast. Anderson's very fast, and then Shepard probably shouldn't even be in our roster. Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in the league. Left tackle's solid. Left guard's really, really good. Center's solid. Right guard's pretty damn good. Right tackle's pretty damn good. Also a guy that we were thinking about going for instead of Broderick was Conklin, and you can see why. Those ratings are good, but finesse blocking a little bit obviously the power blocking's better, but a little bit in favor of Broderick Jones, and that's the blocking that matters the most as a tackle, as an edge blocker. Quincy, raw but okay. Want him? Definitely do not want him. You definitely should replace him. D-line in general, though, not great at all. Linebackers, not great either. Nolan, kind of like a dual threat, but probably should be an edge rusher. Jamel Dean, very good, player at 6'1", very fast. Ringo at number 2. It makes more sense to start than Shelton anyways. Free safety, Simmons, super slow. And then strong safety, Justin Reed, very fast. So complete opposites there. But yeah, this Colts team doesn't really look good. They don't really have many superstars, which, that's a problem, right? Looking at the linebacker, it is Nakobe Dean. Has a chance. Could go to superstar. Hold the Colts to under 200 yards or get the 2+ to those stats, which, that's likely the way this is going to happen if it does. But looking at how they play, even though they're the Colts, they don't really like to run the ball, it seems. So we're going to go with the short pass defense, and then we're going to attack them on the ground. House is back. I don't want to go too crazy with him, but obviously the motions are going to be high, and we're going to want to use him very much so, right? So kind of expected to get him involved early, and that's our 6 focused, I suppose. All right, Zion McCollum with an upgrade. Let's see what we got for ourselves. 2 to zone coverage. We do need the zone coverage, so I went with it, and it's not bad. Nakobe Dean, the guy, the focus of today, basically, or the first game of 2, getting a nice little upgrade there. Some block shed, some zone. We talked about potentially forcing his dev to superstar and dropping Tyndall. Maybe we don't need to, as he's well on his way to potentially getting that himself, earning that, even though he probably should have had it last season anyways. 80 overall for Fisher, a throw power and a medium. This guy is slowly turning into Josh Allen without the trucking ability. Jalen McKenzie, another guy that needs more zone than he does man. But I will say he's a little more balanced. The slot doesn't hurt here. Maybe a +2 to man, 1 to zone would be nice. And, okay, so that's not quite what we wanted, but those ratings are pretty nice. Play rec is big. Press is really big. Tyndall, these guys all need a little bit of everything. Pass coverage, though, as he's already 70 block shed, I want to get him to 70 zone, and then we decide what we want to do next. Speed is great, man, +2. That's a really good upgrade. Tyndall is he literally could play corner. He could literally play corner. It's insane. Bishop already really good zone coverage, but be nice to get him to 90 anyways, and then maybe go with run support or something like that to try to get the smartness upgrades up, if you will, because that awareness play rec really bad. But he is a guy that's exceeded expectations, if you will. So he's a star dev, and gotta let him continue to grow. Center, run block in general is what he needs, but I'm doing what I can. Power blocking is literally the definition of run blocking in this game for upgrading, and we're getting pretty bad upgrades. 2 to finesse for Ellis, 81 finesse, so even he could be a starter somewhere. So maybe didn't need to go for Sam Williams, but did. This team is stacked at edge. We just need guys like Thorne and Benito to, go out and above their ratings and keep getting better and better. Duggan, he doesn't start, but you never know what could happen. So strong arm. This guy was projected to be our starting quarterback at some point. He was a starter, was going to be the guy, and well, let me tell you, that's not happening now. It's a little bit of a dreary one here in Sacramento, but of course, still no rain. We have not had a weather game this entire series. Zion McCollum through basically half the season. 7 interceptions, 3 for touchdowns. That could very well be a record-breaking season if he continues pace, because obviously he has 9 games left, did that in 8. The Jets are flying through. You gotta whip out the Jets for the injury returns. And the new man, Broderick Jones, who obviously it would be pretty clutch because he would have that extra bye week to train. And, there's not really much to get used to as an offensive lineman, I suppose, but, they gel a little bit better that way, I suppose. So we got ourselves the tank at right tackle. Let's see if he can help this pass game be even better. The run game be even better. This is an offensive line that isn't the best, and the biggest issue was that right side. Austin Jackson, 6 sacks allowed through 8 games, and let's be honest, we've thrown the ball away and dropped back further than we needed to, and scrambled more than we wanted to, leading to less sacks than there probably should have been. So at the end of the day, that's 6 sacks allowed. Might have been even worse. See what Broderick Jones can get up to in this first game, though, and let's see how much more confident we feel. And it looks like we will be receiving the ball first, so we're going to get a great opportunity early to see exactly what we were talking about. Of course, the Browns beating the Bengals by 2. A little bit of rivalry there, talking about who stole whose uniforms and helmets and whatnot, and the Browns win the game. That clearly means that they're the ones that got thefted, right? That's, I don't know. Eli Fisher, though, almost lost the game last week while throwing his first and second interceptions of the season. He now has Dunn back up in the lineup, and you could argue that those interceptions were caused by Dunn being out, as the first interception was to Escobar, and he short-armed it. Second one, maybe you don't throw that ball if you didn't throw that first interception, right? You played a little more safe, throw it away or something, but ultimately the end goal is to win games, and we won the game, so it is what it is. House is in, but we're going to start her off with a play action anyways, and Kennedy's open. Gets a block from the rookie wide receiver, Travis Jackson. 27-yarder to start her out, almost to midfield. You see that heavy formation. You see that House is back. You're thinking run. But nope, it is not run. Not a bad start for the offense. 1st and 10 from the 47. And there goes House. We missed you, big fella. Gaining 12 on the first carry. Stretch look to the outside. Play action is, one of the more common play actions that we've seen. To that edge. And we're not going to get any help. House is going to get a nice stiff arm, but going against 2 as a power back, maybe not the best thing. Let's go to the play action. A couple of runs. Maybe catches them off guard. And there goes a good throw to Don. Welcome back as well. He's been out for so long. That's a tough one. Really good throw, really good catch, and a first down. Couldn't really lead him to the end zone. Maybe we had time. Good pickup by, was it the running back? I don't even know, but either way, it's a gainer. First down. That's all that matters, right? House going against a couple of linebackers, and House fighting, gains about 1 maybe. Maybe had a Conquo if we, bulleted it in there. Speaking of bulleting it in there, Jackson gets the block from House and scores with the speed. High ball, lands it, scores. And not a great decision to return this. He's not going to have much support, and he is going to be taken down hard back at his own 12. 88 yards to go if they want to tie this one up. Hollenbeck, seeming like a gunslinger. A lot of interceptions, but even more touchdowns. Yards are not looking bad either. He's on par for about 5,000 with 40-some. It's not bad. And that's the amount of restraining orders I have talking to women that are in their 40-sums. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Not true. Maybe. 2nd and 6 from the 15. Nice little hit, but they're not going to say he went down, but that's all right. 3rd and 6. All right, 3rd and 6 from the 15-yard line. Their run game getting a little weird, and that's a nice push. That is a dot. No, and it's a little out. It's a little out. He could have reached. Couldn't do it, though. The pressure wasn't there, but it was just a tough pull. I mean, that's just tough. Like recording in this room in the summer because it's so hot. And there goes Hines, 1 to beat. Kind of doesn't get the juke move, but that's all right. To the 46-yard line. Nice return. Let's see a screen pass. They're all over that. Oh, no. House, though. Look at House doing what House does. All that for 4 yards. What an effort. But you can only do so much. You can only do what the O-line really gives you, to be honest. Slants. Kennedy kind of forced that one in there a little bit. Nice throw. Mad first down for 14. Undefeated in the pass game. Look at that dot. And we'll run out of time. And inside, Don gets popped, but gains a lot of the yards back. 3rd and 5. QB draw. I mean, if there was ever a time it was going to work, this looks pretty good. And we try to run it outside as Fisher does fight, but that will be a field goal. Is maybe not the best call. More importantly, maybe not the best way to run that. I mean, it's a QB draw. You go up the middle, but I just didn't like the push that the interior got. But you know what? The field goal is hit, and that's all you can ask for. Dean in coverage. Remember, he does have a scenario. Isn't going to get it on that play as they throw way outside, gaining 8. Tackles for a loss, probably the best way to do this, but it's not easy. But he gets 1. There you go. Might not be easy, but it also doesn't seem like it's that hard. And that is, I mean, What are you supposed to do? It's not even our job. Let's see if we can knock this out early. You never know. We get a free rush. Creeping up. You get to cover the running back, and McKenzie's on it, but a really, really nice catch by Deontay Johnson for the first. Thorne coming around the edge. Untouched, but blitz. Rush comes in early, but so does the throw because it's tougher to cover with less help around. Dean in the blitz. Gonna leave it and knock it out there for another nice, about 8-9 yard out route. It's nice to get one early, though. Second quarter already, 10-0, but they are driving. 37-yard line. 2nd and 1. Could be a run. It is a run, and he's already got it. Okay, maybe it's not so hard. I mean, that was pretty quick, actually. Never mind. Forget anything I've said. Throwing off the edge. Oh, my God. Why is he so far away? Nice move, but nice tackle. That's probably going to be down by contact, but he might as well try and make a play of it. Spin move didn't work. We got smoked. But, yeah, maybe Thorne has a chance to apply some pressure if he's not, like, 45 yards away from the quarterback. Oh, my. Good move. Come on. Somebody help. Kobe Dean almost gets another one for himself. That time it would legit be for himself. Out route again, and other side. That play, I don't know what it is, but it's smoking. Maybe need to run, man coverage whenever we see that formation because nothing else is working. Definitely not no zone, which is a double negative, which means it would be working, but it's not. Quick throw outside, and oh, wow. Nice hit, but yeah, that's a touchdown. That's a good drive. Power run to the left side, and I thought we were going to get a freebie and didn't, fight the attack quick enough. All right, make the read. Oh, my God, make the read not at all, as Kennedy was probably open for a touchdown. How can I expect him to to jump that? And there goes Jackson, the speed demon. Easy. And then underneath miss to Dunn is the only incompletion so far for Fisher. Running the ball up the middle, and House barrels through for a gain of 3. Maybe could have got a little more elusive with it, but at this point early on, I'm kind of just looking at the free yardage. Whatever is going to get us some yards, and there goes House, busting one free. And then fumbling, though. Wow, really? That's how you feel coming back? Wow, he got lit. These fumbles have been getting kind of crazy out here. Thorne on the rush, screen pass, can't get over there in time. Williams out there, though, and only a 2-yard gain on a screen. That's A-okay in my book. 2nd and 8, run to the left. Oh, that's a nice cutback. And we're glad we got out there because that's a touchdown if not. Wow, nice cutback, really good stiff arm to the 29-yard line. Looking weird with that number, but not looking weird as a success so far. Tyndall going up against number 8. I mean, oh, Lord, McKenzie, and that will be a touchdown. Wow. Tyndall does have that speed to drop back. I think he's actually faster than McKenzie, which is crazy, but it's true. Everyone's in all right coverage, but McKenzie beat and can't get the ball out. Want to run the toss because it looks good here, but I've already said that I'm not running the toss again. House, nice try, but kind of gets caught last second by some other player. Glad he just didn't fumble. Did on the last drive. 2nd and 9. Looking for anyone open. And that will be the speed demon who will get out there and almost get the first down. Their DT, Larry Ngunjobi, is now injured. Fisher handoff to Tony House. About as guaranteed as you can get. It makes it a lot easier than that with a nice power move after the cutback. Trucking forward for a gain of about 6, maybe 7. Go to the left. Oh, there is no one blocking. Nice slip off. Gains about 2 on what should have been a loss of 3. All right, man. Once again, we talked about make the read. We're going to make the read. We're going to see how they play this. This time we make the read. I'm just saying. Kennedy will make a big play out of it. They wanted to run the exact same defense against that same formation, and this time we made the right read, and Kennedy works. Bunch of yards there. Screen pass didn't work last time too well, but this time it'll work a little better, I suppose. The power move working for a gain of about 3 or 4. Trucking happening a little bit more often with Tony House back. Down to the corner. Very good route runner. We'll see. Not super open, but open enough at the end. Touchdown done. Perfect throw. Not really open until like the last moment. Making its way through the traffic and just scoring. Great throw. Here's a run. As John Franklin Myers clotheslines him. Nice. Finally. JFM is, he's gotten in there a lot. He just hasn't finished the play. He just overruns it slightly. Let's see what Thorne can do. And they got rid of, oh, nice hit by Dean. They got rid of that pretty quickly. 2-minute warning. They are moving, trying to at least. And the quarterback's going to run himself into some danger. What a hit by Bishop. But that's a great job by the wide receiver to get under that. McKenzie beat again, but the safety saving the day, causing the punt. And up by 3. Kind of a short punt. Hines will catch it. Get a couple of decent blocks. Get us to the 43, giving us a chance to score again before half. House not bad in his return, but the fumble, brutal. Maybe trying a little bit too much, but it is what it is. Trying to escape. Fisher will maybe get sacked. Yeah, sacked for like a half a yard. Statistically, they love it. For us, it doesn't really change a whole lot. And Dunn goes again! Behind the defense a little bit. To the 12, the 17. Math, numbers, vision. Whoever's on him needs a map. He's lost. Quick throw to the outside to Evans. Gains about 2. Clock is running, but we do have 3 timeouts. Okay, why would it take that long to line up? That is so dumb. In what world does it take 17 seconds to get to the line of scrimmage? And that doesn't even count like audibles or anything like that. What? Okay, I sure. Kennedy maybe? Don't need it anyways. Touchdown Kennedy on the slant. Down 10, they're happy with it. I suppose we get the ball, they get the ball at half. We got the ball at the start, so, I mean, it's not the worst situation teams have found themselves in. Whew. Yikes. Let's take a look at those numbers. Snaps, 7 more for us. 10 more points, though, and double the yards. From the 25-yard line, moved off his spot is Morris. Nice tackle there by Evans. Gain of 3. Thorne going to get a little piece of him. Only gains 2. 3rd and 5 now. Focus. Stop the short pass. Attack with our run game inside. So far, so good. It's a nice move. Trying to cover the running back. Can't cover the tight end. We kind of let Garrett Williams get, trucked there because he's trying to strip it out because he's not going to make the one-on-one tackle anyways. At least try to get the ball out. You never know. From the 39-yard line, no real help with McCollum on Deontay. Thankfully, didn't need it, I guess, but gained about 6 or 7 for Boatwright. Didn't really come with a crazy blitz, and this is our 6-man coming in. Oh, yeah, that was missed timing. The pressure. 5 wide. Playing a little bit of coverage. Oh, they hit us with our own move. Huge hit, though. And theirs actually works. 3rd and 5. Ours is 4th and 5. Well, actually, it was 3rd and 5. Don't know why the hell I would try that on 4th and 5, and why my brain thought I would have. And really good running, but more importantly, great blocks. To the 30. Colts are not going to let this become a normal game. It's going to be a battle all the way through, it seems. I figured it was a fake out. We're not on the inside, and McKenzie has a chance. Knocks it out, thankfully, but man, that little guy, Deontay, is causing problems for him. He's struggling. Let's see what we got. Oh, speaking of struggling, we suck on this play, and he's not going to get a clean one. 3rd and 10. Nice blitz. A lot of players on this side. We're going to try to use her in Nakobe, as we might need to get over to Andrews, but cover 8 as well. And we took the bait underneath, which we missed. Great open field tackle by Bishop. 4th and 2, a decision that will probably be a field goal, but who knows. And they are going to go for it. It looks like they're going to run. I think you got to run, command. I don't care how many receivers they have that are eligible. And we're going to get blown up anyways. He might score. How? Dive play, run commit up the middle is the read for us, and we don't stop him? Are you kidding me? And there goes Garrett Williams off the edge for the sack. Nice. Williams in the slot. Getting blocked up easily. Nice shot to the knees by Tyndall. Gain of 3. Now looking at a 3rd and 13. Tough to convert. Got a lot of hooks in here. See what we can get up to. Screen pass. Kobe's on it and drops The pick. That was a freebie, and he just blew it. Wow. That closed the game out. Instead, it's only a 7-pointer. All right. Colts got us being forced to be on our best behavior. And Wang Wu to the 22. Going to start this one off with probably a throw or a run to Evans. That DB was pretty aware. So was that actually like it is just a fake then, huh? It's like no one actually cares about that guy. It's a tough throw. Hits it, though, and Kennedy in stride gets popped in stride to the 48. Not bad. Getting a little aggressive. Kennedy in the zone as well. Maybe helps out in that decision-making. Kennedy just burns off the line, but sadly, the corner did recover, and that will be a throwaway. Thankfully, not grounding, as that could have derailed the entire drive. That would have been back some yards. House up the middle. Try to get some of this back if we can. And, oh, wow. Ran away maybe a little bit too far to the left, but, you know, try to avoid that linebacker, and the lineman gave up his spot at the worst time possible. Evans' quick throw. There is not anyone really on him, and he powers just enough for the first. And I really don't want to waste Kennedy, but I also don't want to just force it. I almost feel like I kind of have to, though. I think this is just a straight-up force. Couple blocks. This is just a jump ball to Kennedy. Or not really much of a jump ball at all. That ball is not good, though. That is not a good ball. That needs to get to the end zone, dude. Kennedy's holding up for it, trying to get, trying to get that ball to slow down a little bit. Or, trying to get the DB to not catch him. So that ball just didn't get there. Kennedy in motion, has the lead block. One to beat. Tries to go for the juke move, can't get it. Gains 4. What a tackle. House to the left from the 6. Cut back. Good fight, but had another guy come up. Gains 3. Yo, QB draw again, huh? Let's see. Up the middle, and it works. Nice. The QB draw bowl. Run of the blitz after a 3-yard gain to start out their drive. Thorne with the drop back. Damn, Thorne has got some change of direction on him, I feel. Sack by Franklin Myers. But Thorne was looking like a damn DB with the way he was moving around. All right, let's see Thorne. We kind of caused that, and wow. McCollum, I've never seen him that close to someone before. Not looking good for the Colts all of a sudden. Taking a lot of time for us, off the board, and we take a lot of time off the board. Hines can't outrun number 26. Hines ain't the fastest guy in the world, but he's one of the fastest players. And there's the numbers, looking even better for us with a whole drive yet to go. Going to try to keep that Kennedy in the zone in the back pocket if we need it. As of right now, we're going to try to run the ball. Outside, House showing off speed. Gets the stiff spin, gains about 7. Looking like prime Peterson out here. Inside handoff to House, who will get a nice set of blocks again. Buries a guy one-on-one and gets it to the 45. Jaquelin Roy covered sack a little earlier in the game, now injured. House up the middle. Let's see what we got. Blocks have been pretty good today. Not going to get much on that, about 4. And do we call this the miracle play, or do we just set this up inside? You're thinking Kennedy, clear-cut jump ball situation because he's in the zone, but that would work pretty well, too. It's double me. It doesn't have to be a jump ball, I don't think. I think as long as it's one-on-one coverage, which that seems like it was, he's going to get the boost to catching, I believe. Either way, it's a first down, whether it worked or not. He also has deep in elite, which, makes it damn near impossible for him to miss the catch on that. Blocking was terrible there. Gains nothing. Come back for Kennedy. We'll see. Might not be the guy we throw to. Underneath to Dunn. Cuts upfield pretty quickly. Gains about 6 or 7. Game's pretty much over at this rate with the way they're playing. And there goes Evans trying to cut back left. Couldn't get it. Protect the ball. Gains 6 and the first down. Jailbreak screen, kind of. Jackson picks it up on the inside. I thought he was gone. Nice movements. Beautiful play. You go back in the end zone. I feel like if you're going to run the ball here, you want this inside instead and to the left. And not a bad call. House was going to bury him, but then the other guy's engaged to the 1. Maybe you just hurry up to the line and see what you got. Run to the left on the stretch. And House is going to be short. Back to the 1. They're still on it, trying to stop this run, which I suppose is smart because that's what we're trying to do. And there goes House burying a guy. Touchdown, dagger, game over. We win the game, but the plot thickens as one of the plays, Tony House trying to run out the clock, run out the game, and he got hit stick fumbled, and the guy returned it almost all the way to the 1. Fisher on the return back. I don't know if he got blocked. I don't know what happened, but he actually torn his labrum in his shoulder, and I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Obviously looked fine there, but maybe they don't know the extent of it, but apparently has a torn shoulder labrum, and Stafford is going to be the starting quarterback. The MVP of the league is now hurt. And Tony House just finishing over 100 yards. Like I said, second fumble. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It was going to be the final drive. We're going to pull everyone afterwards, and the quarterback decided he wanted to put his hand in there and try to stop the return. I don't know what the hell the decision-making was there, and he's injured. This could be a significant injury. I mean, we're probably looking at 4 to 5 weeks minimum. This could be the rest of the regular season, for all we know. It's going to be 4. Okay, so that sucks. But I got to admit, it is a lot better than I thought. So he's only missed 3 games, thankfully. But we have Stafford for the Browns, Bengals, and Cowboys going forward with only a 3.5 game lead. If we lose these next 3, Buffalo's right back in it. Let's take a look at this breakout. Nakobe Dean, the superstar. At least there was some positives out of that negative. And I got to say, Tony House disappointed me here with 2 hit stick fumbles in 1 game. I know he's coming back from an injury, but really? Really? Curtis Kennedy, 84 overall now, or about to be. I'm going to go deep threat again. That was a really good upgrade last time, and I think we were actually unlucky to not get a medium upgrade. As you can see, 2 to medium, 2 to spec, 2 to deep route. That is great. Still an 83 overall, surprisingly, but Tony House comes back. Kind of sells, but good enough to get a power rack upgrade. Let's see if we can get that to 90 trucking. Ooh, we take that. 88 stiff arm. 1 away from 90 trucking, 2 away from 90 stiff arm. Got a couple of other upgrades. Travis Jackson, I suppose he's a deep threat guy. He's a speedster. Keep the deep threat going. See what we get here. A bunch of just, plus ones. Nick Benito, always with the speed rusher, because, we need this edge to get to the quarterback more than anything. Let the linebackers stop the run, and then Zion Johnson, the last guy. I think he might need pass blocking, more like a finesse, but I suppose pass blocking he needs 2 things for, the actual rating itself and the finesse versus, the other thing. So that's a good upgrade, 80 pass block finesse now, which is really nice. But what's not really nice is having to go against the Browns with Matthew Stafford at the starting helm. What a storyline. It's on to week 11 where we have to use Matthew Stafford as our starting quarterback. Let's take a quick look. Obviously, with an injury, all the players are going to be shuffled around too, I'd imagine, which is going to be super fun. But yeah, Tony House, not a great game back. And obviously, Fisher being injured for thankfully not super long, right? We're going to have him for 3 weeks out. It could have been so much worse. You hear something like torn, and it's just not good. It's just not a good thing. But yeah, the team might be changed around a little bit, so we might have to take a look at that. Player of the week, we actually did get. Let's take a quick look at that. And, well, it was Fisher, but he got hurt. It was a very, very good game. But now this win streak is absolutely in jeopardy, playing against 3, historically good winning team. 2 historically good winning teams soon, after this week. But let's take a look at this Browns team, 85 overall. Obviously not a bad overall by any means, but let's take a look if they have any injuries. We obviously have one. No one probably has a quarterback other than us, though. No one has an injury at that position besides us. 9-0. You would assume if we're going to lose a game this season, it's going to be within this stretch, but we'll see. Watson, 82 overall, 94 throw power. Pretty accurate. Henry's a problem. The backup's really fast with, pretty good juke ability, actually. Is he a generational, actually? Because if he wasn't starting, I doubt he would get that many updates or upgrades. Maybe we knew this already and I'm just not remembering, but pretty good wide receivers, okay tight end, okay left tackle, decent left guard, okay center, okay guard, okay right tackle, but definitely not great. They got a left tackle playing right, and it's not an injury. Oh yeah, we made the trade, didn't we, for Austin Jack? We got to try to get him their starter, I think. Pass block finesse is better, but everything else Austin Jackson is better on, yet he's a lower overall. Is it awareness? Am I missing something here? Slightly worse pass block in fairness, better pass block power, slightly worse finesse, better run block power. Yeah, I guess to be fair, Dan Moore probably is better. Just doesn't have the high, the ceiling that Austin Jackson has technically. Barmore, block shed's probably in the 80, 85 range. Donald's a problem. Jonathan Ware. What else do we have? Ware. This is not a 3-4, so I might have to try to, get him starting because Barmore, get him started. What does that mean? But yeah, things need to be changed for this team. They have some players that need to be starting, and because of scheme and all that, they aren't. All right, they clearly want to run the ball, so let's try and stop that freight train. And their defense apparently sucks, which I'm not really sure about. Stafford can throw the ball. DTs are actually pretty good on their team. I'm gonna go with throw it medium. I'm gonna act as if nothing's happened, even though clearly it has, because we've lost our super beast quarterback. Not a whole lot of upgrades, but Dylan Thorne is a nice one to get. 78 overall, which is pretty cool. It's +2 to finesse, which is nice. And then Deveron Dunn with... we got to get release up. Deep threat has been pretty good for us, and that's one of the best ways to get a release, so get a release. Want a release. Considering his deep route sucks and his release sucks, and those are the two kind of main things, I think it makes sense to just keep going deep route. And then Will McDonald, he's a backup at speed rusher. He's played pretty well when he comes in, and he had that insane, nice speed upgrade. He had that insane preseason, so, it matters. All right, so the Browns decided they wanted to rock out with their color rush, and that's not even me, doing the announcer thing. They legitimately, that's the opening, colored rush they want. That's what they wanted. 7 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Zion McCollum, he's back. Glad to see he's finally back and could actually break the interceptions in a season record. Would be lovely to see. Maybe get off to a really good start with it this 3-game stretch, because we're going to need all the help we can get with Stafford now being the quarterback. I'm not sure what we're going to be getting ourselves into. Completely different release, different, accuracies, different, primes of their careers. And, this could go really bad. We could lose all 3 games, let alone having our first loss in this bunch. But, of course, looking at their run game, that's the problem. This is, the worst game we could have, possibly. A 3-6 team that is desperate for a win, that runs the ball a ton and can control the clock, and an offense that, may have a lot of errors. And, if you have a team that can control the clock and control the game, you don't really get many of those errors. So this could be maybe our literal kryptonite, the death of our undefeated season. But, of course, it is Stafford. He's been around the block. He knows how to win. He's won a Super Bowl. Let's see if he can't just make it like this. The train never stopped. Of course, receiving the ball first, too. Yippee. And there will be no return chance this time. There is, but, realistically, let's not make it harder on the cornerback. And speaking of, there he is. I'm not sure if they're going to show anything here. Did he have an interception last game? He's got 2 interceptions on the season. He's got the same amount as Fisher. Huh? It does suck, though, because, Fisher was absolutely on par to win MVP. And instead now, who knows? Are the chances even there? Maybe. As we're going to go with the sweep. Nice spin move. What the hell is going on with them telling me how to play the game? But here we go with a 2nd and 3 from the 32. Could go play action. But we're going to try to run the ball again. This time, the actual running back getting it, and he'll fall forward for a first down. Of course, Tony House last week, okay, despite the fumbles overall in the season. Definitely fallen behind as, well, he was injured for many a week. Zach Evans, not a healthy guy either, but he's put up a couple of good games this season, and we're going to try to cut it to the right. Can't do it, and it gets about 3, which I also did not expect to have been the case. Touch pass, some pretty decent players, on that side, so it really comes down to if Dunn can make the play. Maybe we get a first down. Touch pass will get the ball off, and Evans will get, with the fight, about 5. And their linebacker is injured, and they're pretty thin at that position. So that is potentially a pretty big injury for them, as we're going to try to run away from, what I would assume, Aaron Donald up the middle, and House is going to be short. Do you not just hurry up to the line and, even though they won't let me run it, do something similar anyways? And, oh, we got some room! They were caught off guard. Didn't expect the quick hike, and we hit them with a 20-yarder. Nice first down. Have yet to throw the ball technically. You know, they have the touch pass, but that's not really a throw. Going to hand it off inside, and the blocks are going to be okay. I'm trying to turn this stupid thing off, but it's not really going. Good chance to go for the play action. First real throw of the game here. And it's I mean, what the hell is Kennedy doing? Now, it's not the best play in the world, and it definitely wasn't super well thrown by Stafford, but does anyone want to do better the next time? And nice throw under pressure as Stafford will deliver that to Kennedy for a gain of 14 and the conversion. I actually think I got rid of it. I think it was the on-field trainer for whatever reason that was on. All right, 6 men. No pressure. And Kennedy drops a wide-open pass. Seen that a little bit from him lately. I don't know what the hell that's about, but sure, I suppose. And not really open as Kennedy, but the throw is good and the catch is good, and we will get a touchdown drive on the first one with Stafford. All right, Deshaun Watson and company out here, and Thorne not really doing his job and runs right into the sack. John Frankel-Myers, a loss of 4 on the play. In there in under 4 seconds, under 3.5, which, I mean, hey, yeah, you want to get in there, you got to get in there quick. And nice cutback. Oh, my, what are these blocks? Henry thinking he's freaking, like, Prime Zeke, trying to hurdle people. What the hell's going on? Prime Zeke's name has been dropped a lot lately. It's just, I don't know, he's just the guy. And he's going to be short with that throw. It's a 4th and 1. That sack dropping him back far. You're 3-6 on the season. Are you really going to punt it here? Apparently so, but I don't know. If I was 3-6 going against, well, I guess to be fair, you can say going against a bad quarterback, but Stafford got his touchdown, and he, once again, is a winner. Hines, wow, they called that early. Was he even down yet at the time? Curtis Kennedy on the season. Look at those numbers. Would love to see the touchdowns rise a little bit, but overall, he has had a year. We're trying to get a quick throw in there to Jackson, perhaps, but Kennedy's also, yeah, quick throw speaking of, and was that overthrown? I don't know what's going on here, but I'm seeing a little hit or miss between Stafford and Kennedy, which, I mean, you knew it wasn't going to be as good as, you know, Fisher and Kennedy, but I was hoping it would be at least still pretty good as House burying a guy, gains 8. We can live with that. Go with a quick throw, quick look, see if we can maybe get the pass going instead. And that is a tough one. Really good throw, really good catch. They actually lined up pretty quickly and did a really good job, but we still got the conversion just barely. Got to remember, some of their superstars, especially that strong safety, I think even the free safety, they are slower. So don't just be afraid because they're superstars, as House is going to use some speed and gain about 6. Obviously, Evans is in now, moving these receivers around pretty nicely as well. A little bit of a late throw, but Dunn will catch him. Maybe could have waited for Jackson, but, you know, Stafford, he's got the gunslinger arm, and, you know, if we see someone open, we're going to try to take that as quickly as possible. You're not going to try to make reads or anything like that. Just going to try to, you know, make the quick play happen. I mean, it is still a read, but you know what I mean. First read is a lot easier if it's open than, you know, trying to get to the next read without, you know, getting sacked or whatnot. But Kennedy on the zig. They kind of seem, no, they're actually kind of leaving it. The ball is sadly a little bit overthrown, though, by Stafford, and it will lead to a 3rd and 8. Maybe could have ran the ball. I do not want the touch pass here. Curl route from Cody, maybe? Try to drag out the linebacker. And that's a tough one. And Jackson actually had a chance, a little overthrown. I wonder if I sold. Kazi from 60 misses it. There was the underneath to Evans, which wouldn't have been a first down probably, but it got open last second. I kind of looked at that as my first read, and the guy jumped it, but then, of course, he did leave it. Wouldn't have been a first down, but it still would have been, oh, my. This could be a pick. No way! That's Derrick Henry! They just bombed it up to Derrick Henry on a streak, and he just possessioned it on McKenzie. McKenzie is, like, washed, dude. He's washed. I don't know why he's taking so long to turn, though. Doesn't really give himself a chance of position against that ball. Try to go for the pick, doesn't do it, and it's just a jump ball basically to Derrick Henry, and he possessions it like it was, like he's a receiver. It was literally the perfect throw. I cannot believe that they just hit that. He just oh my God. Oh, look at House. Look at him go. Trying to make up for last week. Don't do too much because you might end up repeating last week. How in the world did he just turn that into that? Like, that just doesn't even seem physically possible. Just like our chances of succeeding on this run play. We're going to go right against Aaron Donald. He gained like a yard. Damn, I can't believe he just turned that into that, though. I mean, Kennedy just blew the coverage, and it was like, the block, and it was just wide open. Wide open running, anyways. And Dunn showing off the speed versus Poyer. Maybe more of the shiftiness, the stop-and-go kind of stuff. But yeah, like we talked about, those safeties, they're not that fast. If you even want to call it thrown against them, to be honest. That is a tough throw for any quarterback to make. And, I mean, I wouldn't say tough throw for any quarterback to make, but the timing is, it is a little tough, and I got to say that was pretty bad by Stafford. There's not a lot of players on this left side here. Dunn could be running. And Dunn will turn it into a gain of about 4 something. Or 2. Same number. Stafford, real hit or miss so far, but, I mean, that's kind of what we expected, to be fair. And in some trouble. I mean, there just wasn't a super guaranteed open player, and we're just going to be out of field goal range again, slightly. They went for another kick, 63 this time, and Kazu misses that as well. Basically just giving them free field position at this rate, which, I mean, maybe when you're in a lead or, barely holding on to a tie game with your backup quarterback playing for the first time like all season, and Nick Bonito's injured again, nice. Maybe you don't give them short fields. Just maybe. That's my expertise. But yeah, looking back at that play, probably would have had... Who the hell is this? Taylor? It's not great, but it's not the worst. Actually, pretty good coverage. But, yeah, not... I think we had Evans. Quick throw to Evans would have been some yardage. And back-to-back times now on 3rd/4th kind of plays, just selling. From the 40, 3rd and 2, and Evans going to try to get in there. Nobody's on Henry. And, of course, one-on-one, Henry's going to break that. Huge hit to the knees, but... 15-yard gain. Henry is cooking in the receiving game. And Nick Bonito out for the game with a bruised sternum. Can't say I regret trading Snead because we did get a really nice right tackle, but Bonito's, he's been hit or miss this season, especially with these injuries, as he's going to run right into freaking John Frankenmeyer's arms. 2nd sack of the game and a bomb of a hit that time. Wow, what a hit. He kind of killed him. Boom. 2nd and 13, we got a linebacker going against, a tight end, which I suppose is pretty common. And the running back's going to go out, and there goes, good job by Thorne, but there goes Deshaun Watson, almost breaking free as we were all clearing out right at that time. Is this supposed to be happening? Like, this is kind of like a crazy bait. And we do get it as Williams on the other side will get a sack right away. With Bonito going out with injury, this should be a successful field goal. Chased him off his spot. John Frankenmeyers has been killing it, and then Williams with the wrap-up. Not really a surprise, but the field goal was up and good, so they will take the lead. Had a pretty good start, and that went away pretty quickly. Nice cutback as Evans going to slip off, gain just about the 1st down. This is another, maybe shot play situation. Last time we ran this, they were pretty on it. Let's go with a slant with Jackson, see if he can just get open underneath. That's a tough one, and hits it perfectly. Nice hands catch by Travis Jackson. That'll be a 1st down and pass midfield. Like, I want to run the ball because that's what kind of got us down the field in the first place, but they are, bringing a lot of players inside, so it's not just been easy. It's not like I've just been going away from it because I want to. It's just that's the way it's gone. I want, like, a really sharp route for Jackson. See if he wins that. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that should have been picked. Under pressure. Misses the throw to Dunn, which would have been a 1st down, and almost throws the pick. That would be a little disappointing. And a hold with Dunn, putting us pretty close to field goal range. I think you accept this if you're them. We're already struggling as is, and this takes us out of field goal range if you accept it. If you decline it, we might be able to hit this. And they are going to decline a 55-yarder. That Kazu hits. I mean, 60-plus yarders are far from guaranteed, so you can't really blame him for missing the 2 on the day, but I'm just glad that he got back on track with the 55-yarder, which is not easy either, as Williams gets his second sack of the game. He's going to end up tying Benito by the end of the day. Unbelievable. Is he a starter? We talked about how he actually isn't. Oh, Tyndall, that's bad because he has a lot of yards. But he's not that bad. We just kind of brought him in as, like a backup level. Get us some depth. Why not? And we actually didn't take the right tag. We traded Austin Jackson for him, didn't we? With like a draft pick or something like that, I think. And Dean one-on-one gets the help. But, Evans, I'm not saying Dean had it, but you definitely didn't help him stop him get the first down. I'll tell you that much at least. Basically gave it to him as if he needed any more weight to be going forward. As, oh, Lord, there goes Derrick Henry. The DT gets to him, but it's still going to be a gain of 4. Now they're starting to utilize Derrick Henry pretty well here. Sam Williams, very fast. So him dropping a coverage, maybe not the most talented, but very fast. And there goes the spin moves. He's still going. Bishop gets a second try at him and helps bring him down this time. But he is moving. They're getting first downs, and they're getting a little bit more aggressive and violent in general every time. And good tackle on the tight end, but yet another 7-yard gainer, which is going to set up a pretty easy first down. Second and 3. Not going to bring the blitz, but there is a wide open tight end. As Tucker Kraft's very good after the catch, but this time wrapped up pretty nicely, but still gains about 20. A missless Deshaun Watson so far. And after the allegation, you can see why he's missless. Yeah. From the 20. Yeah. Evans covering the tight end, but also selling against Henry, kind of covering both, not allowing the tight end to get open like he looked like he was going to, and then covering the flat throw. Over pursued, though, and kind of missed them, but a gain of 3 isn't that bad with a full head of steam Henry, or very close to. So it could have been worse for sure. Outside, oh, that was a really good jump by us, as there goes Debo all the way down to the 1. They're going to take the lead again. It's going to be a run-heavy look. Obviously, you run commit, and the fullback's not even going to come close. That was a really stupid decision. That's one of those, throw at the 1-yard line, throw at the 2-yard line kind of situations when you got Marshawn Lynch. Why are you running a fullback dive? Even if everyone thinks it's Derrick Henry, it's still, we're kind of, running after the run up the middle. So, it's not like they faked the inside run and then pitched it to the fullback. That would be crazy. Oh, my Lord. Oh, no, I can't audible. I don't know what to do. Oh, that's all right. No! Yes! Enough pushed out of bounds. Save the timeout and force the field goal. Woo! All right, let's see what the curl route looks like for Stafford. And nice throw. Gets the first down. Let's up to the line if we can. Little out route look. Just want a quick look at where this ball is going. Oh, what a freaking route last second. Kind of predetermined that because Dunn, before that, last break, looked pretty open, and then somehow the guy kind of caught him. And we're going to go underneath to Travis, who will get a lot of yards. This will be a timeout. Moving nicely. Double move for Jackson. I'd like the block from Evans. That's the tight end. Why not? He's a big fella. Oh, what a try. Last second, the second guy came in. That spin was kind of nice. He actually had a legitimate chance at it. I don't know if I feel these out routes or not. Oh, that's bad. Don't catch it. Can't. I don't know what to do there. We couldn't really get a quick throw off. Can we get some sort of out route, though? Where's my out routes here? I want to get a little closer if we can. Of course, Evans on my, primary here. We'll try. It's not that hard. Good try. He would have had the feet down and it would have been out of bounds. Well, best we could do is a 58-yarder. Sorry, Kazu, which he misses. Well, then it sucks I wasn't able to, control how we wanted to go about the second half. Probably should have just kicked that one myself, but once again, I just feel even though it's not true, we're guaranteed to hit every field goal as a user. Maybe I'll do an under 60. Maybe I'll try on especially with the 3 misses in this game. That is a lot of misses to have for a solid kicker. As John Franklin's going to force another one. Oh, that could be picked. And there goes number 8 to start the second half. Deshaun was basically perfect this game so far. A little JFM, and you're cooking. As soon as he saw that, he's like, oh, hell no. Threw that away and cost his team. We do have that inside look. They have the shade. That's a nice throw. Perfect throw on the money. Cody fighting hard all the way to the 28. Turn up to the line, see if we can just run the ball here. Evans, you have a lot of linebackers up. And, oh, we're going to find some room. Try to get to the outside. Couldn't. Evans does get the first down, though. It's still a nice little play. Read option, but a handoff every day of the week. The way they were lined up, I like that. We gained 6. Tony House, but they are kind of ready for the run. This could go really bad. Let's try it anyways. As House is going to get like a yard, but looks like it's going to go back about another 10. Holding against Okonkwo, the tight end. Second and 13. For some reason, they're just ready for the run. I'm still going to run it, though. I believe in the blocks. And House will get about 4. Depending on the zone coverage, if that safety doesn't drop, Kennedy could score. Back of the end zone. Picked last second by number 20. Maybe a little bit of a late read, but Stafford just didn't have the gusto, and I think Fisher scores that. I think Fisher gets that ball in there. Damn, son. Opportunities being wasted. 3 field goals missed. They are long field goals, in fairness. And then that would have been another field goal chance right there. And another sack. This time, Nakobe Dean, 2nd and 16 from the 14. The superstar linebacker squad cooking up. And, I mean, anyone? I mean, like, who do we cover? There's so many to cover. We end up getting the tackle, basically. I mean, somebody's got to get in there. Williams, somebody. Do better, please. Let's go John Franklin, who gets a nice push. McKenzie's a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum. He's getting beat by everybody. I know Debo's good, but, like, really? Every single player on the team. Every single player they have, he's going to get beat by. Like, he's on that. Doesn't go for the pick. Oh, my God. They're basically just like, throw it up. Throw it up against that guy. McKenzie, he's a bum. That number 31 guy, terrible. That's pretty good coverage. As Watson is going to get away and slide for a gain of 5. I mean, I'm not saying Benito is great, and Williams does have those 2 sacks, but, like, were they getting this much time to throw before Benito was injured? I don't feel like they were. That's just my opinion. The 2-possessioner. And can we get anyone? Got to back up. And that was going to be a pick. Tyndall with the sack. Probably should have threw it away, but we were on that. Kind of baiting that out. Let's go a little bit of man coverage. The blitz really... Is that Dean? What the hell? We are not ready here. We should really be calling a timeout, but we might need those later, and I don't want to do it. Quick throw over to Henry, who slips off the tackle. Takes the whole team. Takes a village to take him down. And on 3rd and 6, I think it's time. Even with the 5 wide. I'll use your Bishop. And he just burns us. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be an out route. I didn't respect the speed. It wasn't even that bad, to be honest, because I was expecting out. And it was just a streak. Yeah, that play is not a common one. Well, hey, if you like a really dramatic game for no reason at all other than a quarterback being injured, this is your game, I suppose. As House will get a lot of yards there. Going to hurry up to the line. And even though the pass game has not been really that effective, they switched up. We're going to go with the play action. And Stafford's going to, wow. I try to slide, don't fumble. Yeah, he gains 3. He had a lot of space and turned it into 3 whole yards. Yikes. Quick throw to Kennedy. This time actually hits it. First down. Nice little fall forward catch. Where's our man when we need him? Stafford's not playing badly, but Fisher is all right. I mean, what can he do? House just got smoked because his line just sold him. But yeah, Fisher's another level. The release, the ball, just be able to get the ball in a spot that just like nobody else really can is just next level. I mean, even that play is pretty bad. We actually won that, and it didn't give it to us. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what I just witnessed. But I don't like it. Quick outs. That's a really bad play. It's an amazing catch, though, that gives us the ability to go for it. If he doesn't catch that, it's a really stupid play that leads to nothing. But instead, now, 4th and 2, I don't feel too bad about this. I actually don't mind it. And in behind. That's a dot. That was a heat seeker. Now that's a throw I love. Of course, a lot of other guys open, but Kennedy was one of my main reads as he's just so dependable, even though these two haven't really had the best time together so far. And up the middle, House going forward, gains about 2, maybe 3. It's been a battle. The deeper guys could get Jackson open. And that's a tough one. Jackson with the speed. It's not a bad throw by Stafford, but I thought that was gone. And Jackson just gets under it with that 99 speed or whatever the hell he has. He might as well have 99 speed because he sure as hell feels like it. Play action isn't terrible. Going to left is, though. We're going to go with the sweep. And Kennedy just whiffs for like the billionth time. Kennedy! Oh my God, he missed both blocks. As we're going to be down 10 going into the fourth, this could be the first loss of the season. It very well could be. A lot of missed field goals led to this as well. It's not just because, oh, it's Stafford. He's not playing that well. Wish I could change this to a QB draw, but at the same time, do I really trust Stafford? We're going to go with the touch pass. And wow, who is that? Is that just Felix? Like that looked like Aaron Donald. I maybe could have ran all the way outside, but he got the push. And I was thinking that cutting inside because he wouldn't be able to turn around in time and stop was the option, but I guess not. Got to go to the tight end. The big fella. And Cody will be close. They're going to call it inches. I would like to tie this game up, but at the same time, well, not tie this game up. I'd like to give it back to one possession, but I got to run the ball here. And Evans is going to be pretty close. Heard to the line. Our guys are, hands are up and whatnot. Why is Evans... Is that a touchdown? That's very close. Why is Evans slowing down? What is he doing? I thought that was a pick six. All right, wasn't the most pretty, but it was a touchdown nonetheless. See if the defense can actually make a stop. They've definitely shown they can, but that turned into a gain of 4. All right, we're going to have a lot of linebackers covering players that I do not want to be covering. But at least they're athletic. Oh, my God, not that athletic. As what the hell is Evans doing? What is he doing? He gets burned, and then the guy gets slowed down in front of him. He overruns it. Way to go, dude. They could waste almost the whole clock here if they play this, well. It's a 3-point deficit. Just got to get one stop. Oh, I thought we had it. And McCollum gets burned. That is a touchdown. McCollum's fast, but Lockett's got just enough of a lead off, and that's going to be hard to come back from. Try to go with the SWAT, and I thought it was a good decision. It was like a low throw, wasn't it? All right, we're asking for a lot here. We'll see. 7.5, down 10. Jackson inside. That's a tough one. Dropped. Yeah, maybe should have went for Cody. Would have been a little bit safer. Throws on the money, though, which is, that's half the battle, so I'm glad that we got that up there at least. Gave him a chance. Inside, Mr. Kennedy gets popped after a stiff arm, or during a stiff arm, actually. That could have been really bad timing. They're ready for this run. Somehow, they just know. And Aaron Donald does what Aaron Donald does, just getting a grab of whatever he can. 2nd and 7. This was actually the touchdown play that we threw an interception on because we were a little late on Jackson. We'll see what happens this time. And that is better timing, and I'm surprised it was open. I don't really hit that look very often, so definitely good stuff. Not going to be great, but it's going to be something. Could you imagine that was like we needed to get out of bounds? That would have been an insane grab back. Obviously, we didn't really need it. It doesn't really change anything. It actually probably helps us doing that. Oh, my God. Now, it was a bad throw is behind him. But, adjust to the ball, please. It's still catchable, dude. I'm going to go with the double drag. Cody. Oh, Cody was... And it's picked. That's picked. How is that picked? What? Devin Bush? Bro, what? Wow. This is a good game right here. It just didn't close the hands in time, I guess. If it's not an aggressive catch when there's 2 players nearby, the offensive player is Casper the Ghost. And they're going to throw it again. Oh, my Lord. There's nobody even on him. Oh! And it's inbounds! No, Thorne. That's okay, though. What a hit. That ball just went so hard to the out-of-bounds line. I was like, that is going out of bounds, and it is going to be a painful one. Everyone desperately trying to get the ball. Thorne picks it up. And Stafford, after an interception, has to forget about it quick because his team is still in a very good chance to win this game. I don't hate that outside, but I wonder if we can get the streak against that tight end, that safety. Not going to happen. And hit as we're throwing. Please, for the love of God, not be a hold, which it absolutely will be. And that'll be pick number 3. Throwing as we're hitting. Imagine holding and still not getting enough time to throw. They hold. He holds, and he still don't get enough time to throw. That's got to be a GG. We just got a golden opportunity and just blew it immediately. Stafford, that throwing, I mean, it's not like it's his fault, but he had a quicker release, and that's good coverage by Tyndall. But their guys, when there's a defender right on them, actually catch the ball. To be honest with you, I think this is the first loss. I really do. Not that it's like shocking with the way it looks right now, but still. Pumps his feet. If this was before the trade block, the trade deadline, I would be trading McKenzie. He's lost. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's so out of his element. He just can't even. He just can't even. Ball goes right past his face, and he's just standing there still. All the time in the world to throw. We finally get a sack. It's a 2-yard sack because it took so long. He almost got out. But at this point, I've just been basically desperate as hell, just freaking blitzing basically. Basically on Evans, just in case there is a throw. Come on. I don't know where the first down marker is. That's really cool. Love that. I mean, I don't know what else to do but to blitz. Honestly, like, it's just no free rush. I mean, we should have had a free rusher, and they ran into the block. That's a GG. The time it's taking for this drive, and they're still just converting every single time, is so triggering. We just can't cover anybody. And they're wasting every second now. And Henry almost gets away. We go with a run commit. Nice. That was kind of crazy. You almost didn't even... I mean, like, that was supposed to be at the 2-minute, and it's like it almost didn't even happen. Well, here it is. I mean, you got to get the stop here to have any sort of chance. And they will run the ball and almost get it. I guess I let the clock run just because we get like a miracle like block or something like that. We have all 3 timeouts on an onside or something, but the time is still going to be a problem anyways probably, so I don't know. It's going to come down to an onside kick if there's even a chance. Kicks up and is good, so we need 2 touchdowns with 1:14 left. I mean, it's a fun one because it's really challenging, but man, those field goals, those played a pretty big factor as well, and obviously at this point in the game, you might as well return this. Maybe have a quick, no, it's going to be even tougher now. Quick score or something that leads to some sort of miracle. And obviously Stafford hasn't been great, but he obviously hasn't been bad enough to be benched, even if the interception numbers kind of disagree. The interception numbers are misleading. A lot of pressure in this one. And Kennedy, nice throw. Clock's taking a little bit of a hit here. Oh my! Jackson! Oh, man, I think you have to call a timeout. I know onside kicks are tough, but for me to get down the field in time, that would have taken at least 20 seconds minimum, and I really didn't want to see what that timer was going to look like. Yeah, it's pretty good timing ball, but missed the throw. And of course, we do need the actual touchdown, so can't like kick a field goal to save time or anything like that. It is just do what you got to do. Wow, is that Evans? Oh, is that just a bad throw again by Stafford? Because, I mean, it looked like he was going to score on that, and it just didn't even come close. Let's trust Cody on the inside, I suppose. That linebacker, whoever it is looking pretty keen. And Stafford's throwing. We might not even get the touchdown. We might run out of time. Hell, we might not even run out of time. Screw that. We might just not even get it because of the fourth quarter, the 4th down. Was about to throw to Kennedy, and, you know, the blocking just struggled again. And that can't... Wow, that is... It sucks to be a fumble. That is such a clutch throw and catch, but he needed to get the touchdown. I can't even blame him for going all out like that. Like, he had to get the touchdown there. Otherwise, it would have taken, like, 15 seconds to get up and like spike it or throw. We had 2 seconds left without the score. I mean, I don't hate him for it. I really don't. And sadly, we're going to lose the game 30-17. Those field goal misses were just too much. But once again, they were from 60 plus. You know, it's tough. It's a lot of field goals. What was it? A 58, 60, and a 63 or something like that? Ridiculous kicks. And we lose our very first game. Fisher means a lot to this team. Not that Stafford was bad, but he obviously wasn't Fisher. And we gave him a lot of short fields because we just couldn't push the ball enough. And we were kind of desperate to take long field goals. And that was the reason we lost. Missing field goals and giving them short fields, obviously. And just can't stop them. Got a couple of stops in there, but they just weren't really that timely. And the offense needed more help than normal. And doesn't help when your opponent only misses a throw because of an interception, and it's because it was pressure. The only miss he had, I believe, was an interception. You know, looking at yards, pretty similar, obviously, but we just didn't score enough, and they obviously were way more efficient than us. We turned the ball over like crazy. Maybe should have just found the way to make the run game a little bit better, you know, and keep going with it, but ultimately, that's not what happened, and we just couldn't put up enough points. Kazu missing 3 field goals in that one. In fairness, like we said, all from 50 plus. 2 at least from 60 plus, maybe all 3. And ultimately, we lose the game without even punting once. Undefeated season is over, and the Bills are going to give themselves a chance to catch up a little bit. But ultimately, there's not really much that could have been done. You know, we lost Fisher, and Stafford walked into a tough one. Prime time against a desperate team that had the facilities to control the game a bit, and offense just couldn't get enough points up. Just couldn't set up easy enough field goals, and Kazi was forced to do the near impossible, and ended up going 1 for 4 on. I mean, all of his kicks were long. Even his make was 55. There was no kick shorter than 55, and that's a tough way to try to go out and win the game. You know, 9 points if we would have got them, in fairness, and, you know, who knows what happens there, but that's a brutal one. That's a brutal one to lose, and thankfully we are 9-1, so playoffs are pretty much almost guaranteed, but the division and the bye week, far from it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content, and even though we lost, it was one of the more fun episodes, in my opinion, as it was like a real race against the clock and a real struggle. Now we're going up against 2 other teams that are, you know, once again, known for winning, if you will, in their home stadiums without Fisher. So this could be bad, but hey, you know what? It was still a real fun game, and we obviously are 9-1, so it is what it is. But yeah, this middle of the season, not super fun. Not super fun for us. 2 interceptions for Fisher, gets injured a game later, and then we lose our first game. I mean, a bunch of like firsts on the season in the negative way happening this time of the season. But what can you do? Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video.